Ghosts. What is a ghost? Term-old spirits that fall out of you when you die, or manifestations of a suppressed childhood trauma? The first documentation of ghosts can be found in various religious texts. Scary stuff. But because we're not looking at fiction today, let's take a closer look at some proper records. Ghosts over Britain. According to this book, the most haunted village in the UK, perhaps even Europe, is a place called Pluckley, all the way down into southeast of England. Pluckley. According to ghost lore, there's been loads of sites of energy spotted all over this village. There's even a genuine ghosts tab on the website, so let's have a gander here and see what they have to offer us. So according to the site, Pluckley is in the Guinness Book of Records as it's reputed to be the most haunted village in Britain. It's reported to have 12, possibly 13 or 14 ghosts. Some of these are the spectre of the highwayman hid in a tree at the Pinnock. How have they seen him if he's always hiding? A phantom coaching horses that's been seen in several locations around the village. I mean, I understand horse souls, but how can a coach have a ghost? The ghost of a gypsy woman who drowned in a stream at Pinnock Lake. Oh, that's just sad to exploit that one. The miller has been seen at Mill Hill. The hanging body of a schoolmaster in Dicky Boss's Lane. A colonel who hanged himself in Parkwood. No, not another one. Boring. A man smothered by a wall of clay who drowned at the brickworks. Fucking hell, graphic that one. The lady of Rose Court, who's said to have poisoned herself in despair over a love triangle. Sad, but a bit dramatic. The White Lady, a young woman apparently buried inside 7 different coffins and an oak sarcophagus who haunts St. Nicholas's Church. What do they even mean? And finally, the Red Lady, reputedly a member of the Derrin family who haunts the churchyard of St. Nicholas's Church again. A small white dog has also been reported in that same location. That dog was probably one of my cousins or something. And alive. Right, so as fun as some of these sound, I'm going to pick just 3 of those locations to visit, so stay tuned to see what ones I end up going to. I've also booked a room for the night in the most haunted hotel I was able to find, hopefully with an haunted ghost roast dinner too. But it don't have to be all dark and scary, ghost hunting can be dead sexy. That's right, I'm talking about weapons and ghost hunting gear. It's not quite the same premium you'd get in the back of Simon Dean Winchester's 67 Chevy, but at least I don't have to pay road tax on my Ford Focus. Side note, how does Simon Dean afford everything without jobs? And where do they keep all their clothes in the car? Anyway, the main bit of kit you need is apparently an EMF meter. This detects electromagnetic fields in the air and ghosts and energy in that, so a light supposedly blinks when one's about. I picked this one up from Amazon, so it looks like a good one at first glance. I like on the packaging they tell you all sorts of things a ghost could be in. Microwaves, toasters, even in your hairdryer. I really appreciate these warnings as I didn't know, and it also comes with a battery which is a nice touch. Here's an EMF meter that really looked good. It even says Spirit Pod on it, so there's no reason to believe it wouldn't have worked. But the price was a bit too much of a premium. I'm only looking for your comments of course. Maybe like a dead chimney sweep kid or something. A shoe shiner at a push, not some sort of ghost of royalty. So for now, I'm happy with my Amazon brand. Now this bit of kit were recommended to me in a forum by Sexy Spirit 842. It's a recorder so I can communicate with them and that. Ask them a few questions and stuff. I've got a few questions ready to go, so when I get a quiet moment and a good spot, I'll see if they want to share anything personal with us. It's just a little app I got on my phone. There are also more gear to choose from, like these ghost balls, which are marked as part for ghosts and part for pets. And this one's just a flipping disco light. Paranormal ghosts hunting equipment. Okay. Right, so enough gear talk. Anyone would think I'm a videographer. So let's get started. To be fair, I'm actually scared of staying in this hotel, so let's see if nephew fancies coming along for me for a bit of company. Oi nephew, I'm heading into Pluckley to do that ghost hunting. Apparently there's a white dog ghost there, and I know how horny you get with your hormones and that. You fancy it? Brilliant. As we descended on the small village of Pluckley, I got an ominous feeling that we were being watched, and this scary fog rolled in like Silent Hill. Other than that, the village were beautiful. It didn't quite have the comforts of home, as I couldn't spot a mecha bingo, but it were a nice change of pace, and before long, we had arrived at our first location. So here we are at the first stop. We decided to start things off at the mystery tree that the highwayman hides himself in at Pinnock. Nephew loves a good game of hide and seek, don't you, boy? So he's volunteered to get in there for us and tell me what he can see. Right, nephew, can you hear me? I've blocked off the entrance to the bush with the car, so you've got to go all the way through to the other side of the bush if you want to get out. Switch your camera to your field of view by pressing the action button. That's the one. Any side of that highway bloke in there. This sort of feels like the Crystal Maze, but it's harder when you're talking to a teenager. Oi, watch your fucking mouth! So did you find anything good, yeah? Ah, brilliant. Looks like you found an ectoplasm. Bring it out to the other side, and we'll add it to the evidence bag. Come on then, boy, nice one. I mean, you could have been a bit quicker, but I'll tell your auntie you've been good, and maybe she'll get you that new game you've been wanting. What was it again? Anthem? You got it, buddy. So after fucking about in the bushes for a bit, the highwayman was not to be seen. He must have been hiding really good that day, but at least we came out with a bit of ectoplasm to wet the whistle. The next place is kind of like a two birds and one stone jobby. That's right, we're at St. Nicholas's Church, the location of the lady who was buried in 7 coffins, and in the surrounding grounds, the Red Lady and her little white ghost dog. I thought this would be a good place to get out the old EMF meter and give it a whirl. There were loads of stuff to check, so I gave it a swish and a flick around everything that might look suspicious. Apparently, if there's any energies about, this thing's supposed to light up, and before you knew it, it were doing just that. Right, so we got a reading in this area. Let's set up the audio recorder and see if we can ask a few questions to any spirits that might be swimming about. I've got these industry standard ghost hunting questions from the internet. We'll ask the questions now and reveal if we got any answers at the end of the video. So question 1. Hello, is your ghost dog a girl dog or a boy dog? That's a bit of a weird one to start with, but okay. Question 2. If it were a girl one, is she single and up for it? Fuck's sake, nephew, did you switch the questions? Teenagers, man, so fucking horny. So I decided that instead of asking the questions, I was just going to leave it by a grave and see what we get later. This one weren't anywhere in particular, but I was really intrigued by the ghost horse and coaches that had been spotted in various locations around the village, so it was time to ask the locals for any rumours that may have been going about. So I took a leaf out of Skyrim's book and headed to the local tavern for some multiple choice conversations. Can I have a WKD, please? Hey, do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Have you seen any around here lately?
No.
Do you believe in ghosts?
No, I believe in dog.
So have you ever seen any entities pertaining of a supernatural quality or nature?
No ghosts, no spirits, none of that shit, mate. There's nothing around here, nothing going on except for me sitting in this fucking pub because I'm all alone. My wife Kim's left me. I don't know what the fuck she's gone for this other man. I don't know what I couldn't bring her. I'm just sitting here all alone, sleeping in my car, come to this pub, sleeping in my car, come to this pub, sleeping in the car, come to...
Fucking hell, I didn't ask for his life story. I'm here for an afterlife story. Anyway, it's getting late. Time to go find this haunted hotel. I dread to think what nephew's been up to, being left in the car by himself. This was it, the moment I'd been looking forward to all day. The time had finally come to check in and stay the night in the most haunted hotel in Pluckley. Dating back to the 17th century, this place has reportedly seen all sorts of violent delights and ghostly traumas. Nephew, you sure you've booked us the right place? Well, it's not quite what I expected, but perhaps the rooms will look more like they did in the pictures online. They must have had a refit. So I've used all of our gear so far. I used the EMF meter and the audio recorder in the graveyard, but I have saved something very special, a surprise bit of ghost hunting kit. That's right, I bought the ghost ball. It were quick to order, it came the next working day, but I thought that on the ad it said it were for both ghosts and pets, but this one's just got a cat on it. New ball. Every time touch it, it will flash 5-second interactive ball. And on the back, its instructions are just for a laser pen. So apparently, you're meant to leave him on the ground and ask the spirits to move him about and that. I'll turn the lights off because for some reason, dead humans love the dark. If anyone's here, move the ball. It's okay, we're not here to harm you. Just move the little ball if you're here. Are you fucking deaf? Well, no success on the ball front. I think what I'm gonna do is leave the camera running all night and see what we pick up. After all, there was that suspicious energy we caught on camera that time we were making our short film Worm. Right, night then, nephew. Hang on, I forgot my sleeping pills. The next morning, it was time to leave Pluckley. I'd had a pretty good time. I saw some sights, met some of the locals, and got a premier night's sleep. But now it was time to head back home and review our evidence. First off, we have the recording from the graveyard. Let's get it onto the computer and see if we picked up on the EVP, which stands for Electric Voice Phenomenon.
Yes, there was several notes of
Let's try playing it backwards.
There's another. One more of us. Check the website.
Hey? Check the website? Fair enough. Here we go. Oh, there's another tab here. I must have missed it hidden under all these pop-ups. These aren't based on my algorithm, by the way. So apparently there's a 15th ghost. Locals say there's an annoying man that sits in the pub and complains about everything. Hang on. Well, come to think of it, I did find everything about this situation quite odd. Am I a ghost as well? Ah, who cares really? It just goes to show you what a keen eye, some Amazon ghost kit and 400 quid on petrol can do for a curious mind. Perhaps ghosts should remain as tales, best kept as scary stories to tell in the dark, because in reality, you're probably just gonna find some plasterous ghost from 1992 or something who died from stress-related heart failure. Anyway, sleep tight and I hope you've enjoyed this special ghost hunting episode. If you want to see more stuff of me and nephew get up to, check out me other videos and give us a subscribe and like, because I'm new with it. I'll see you later. Wait a sec, I forgot to review the camera we left rolling overnight. Let's have a look here. Sodding teenagers.